Hi, You Can Heal family. Good morning. We're reading First Chronicles today, chapter 15. So let's get to it. My name's Shena. If this is your first time listening to the Bible, praise the Lord. I'm glad you're here. It says spiritual preparation to move the ark. David now built several buildings for himself in the city of David. He also prepared a place for the ark of God and set up a special tent there to shelter it. Then he issued these instructions. When we transport the ark of God this time, no one except the Levites may carry it. The Lord has chosen them to carry the ark of the Lord and to minister before him forever. Then David summoned all the Israelites to Jerusalem to bring the ark of the Lord to the place he had prepared for it. These are the priests, the Levites, who were called together. There were 120 from the clan of Kohath, with Uriah as their leader. There were 220 from the clan of Merari, with Azariah as their leader. There were 130 from the clan of Gershon, with Joel as their leader. There were 200 descendants of Elzapham from Shemaiah as their leader. There were 80 descendants of Hebron, with Eliel as their leader. There were 112 descendants of Uzziel, with Amminadab as their leader. Verse 11, Then David summoned the priests Zadok and Abiathar, and these Levite leaders, Uriel, Azariah, Joel, Shemaiah, Eliel, and Amminadab. He said to them, You are the leaders of the Levite families. You must purify yourselves and all your fellow Levites, so you can bring the ark of the Lord, the God of Israel, to the place I have prepared for it. And that reminds me, so the priests had to purify themselves before even touching the ark. And it's kind of like, when we come before the Lord or just being in his presence because he lives within us, we should want to be as pure as possible, right? In our thoughts and in our deeds and actions and words, everything. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking when I just read that. It says, verse 13, Because you Levites did not carry the ark the first time, the anger of the Lord our God burst out against us. We failed to ask God how to move it in the proper way. So the priests and Levites purified themselves in order to bring the ark of the Lord, the God of Israel, to Jerusalem. Then the Levites carried the ark of God on their shoulders, with its carrying poles, just as the Lord had instructed Moses. David also ordered the Levite leaders to appoint a choir of Levites who were singers and musicians to sing joyful songs to the accompaniment of lyres, harps, and cymbals. So the Levites appointed Heman, son of Joel, Asaph, son of Berechiah, and Ethan, son of Cushiah, from the clan of Merari, to direct the musicians. The following men were chosen as their assistants: Zechariah, Jeziel, Shemiramoth, Jehiel, Unai, Eliab, Benaniah, Messiah, Mattihai, Eluhu, Machiniah, and the gatekeepers, Obed-Edom and Jeliel. All right, I need to find my water. Hold on. Today I'm at auditorium at a private school here in the area, and Brenna's performing in Hansel and Gretel. So I have a little bit of time to read with you today. Okay, let's get the cup out of the screen. All right, let's continue with these names. Verse 19, Heman, Asaph, and Ethan were chosen to sound the bronze cymbal. Zechariah, Aziel, Shemiramoth, Jehiel, Uni, Eliab, Maaseiah, and Benaniah were chosen to play the lyres. Mattithiah, Eliphielu, Micaniah, Obed-Edom, Jeliel, and Azahiah were chosen to play the harps. Kenaniah, the head of the Levite, was chosen as the choir leader because of his skill. Berechiah and Elkanah were chosen to guard the ark. Shebaniah, Josaphat, Nethanel, Amasai, Zechariah, Benaniah, and Eleazar, all of whom were priests, were chosen to blow the trumpets as they marched in front of the ark of God. Obed-Edom and Jehiah were chosen to guard the ark. And the next section here in this chapter, and the last one, is the joyful transportation of the ark. Then David and the leaders of Israel and the generals of the army went to the home of Obed-Edom to bring the ark of the Lord's covenant up to Jerusalem with a great celebration. And because God was clearly helping the Levites as they carried the ark of the Lord's covenant, they sacrificed 7 bulls and 7 lambs. David was dressed in a robe of fine linen, as were the Levites who carried the ark, the singers, and Kenaniah the song leader. David was also wearing a priestly tunic. So all Israel brought up the ark of the Lord's covenant to Jerusalem with shouts of joy, the blowing of horns and trumpets, the crashing of cymbals, and loud playing of harps and lyres. I bet that was a lot of fun. I can just kind of picture that. But as the ark of the Lord's covenant entered the city of David, Michal, the daughter of Saul, looked down from her window. When she saw King David dancing and leaping for joy, she was filled with contempt for him. Yeah, see, some people don't want to see you happy, right? They don't want to see you joyful. They don't want to see you progressing and moving on. And she was looking out of her window just with contempt. And, you might have some people looking out at you, and not liking changes you're making in your life and things that are going on. But you keep doing those things with joy, and you keep listening to the voice of the Lord and following Him. And don't worry about what other people think about you, right? And your actions and the joy that you have and that they can see. Because eventually, when people see you day after day, regardless of what you're going through, experiencing the joy of the Lord, they're going to eventually have to wonder, what is it about that person? What is it about him or her that is allowing her to experience joy and happiness in the midst of trials and troubles? So, let's not worry about what other people think. Let's go with joy, singing and dancing for the Lord. I love that. So that's the end of chapter 15. And tomorrow we're going to be looking at offering of sacrifices. That's the first section. So thanks for being here. My name's Shena. Again, if you liked hearing the Bible being read to you, hit the notification bell after subscribing. And we'll be back every day. We've got to finish a lot more pages, you guys. We have this many left. So keep coming back and we'll keep spending time together. All right, we'll talk soon. Always remember, true healing begins with self-love. Why? Because God is love and He lives on the inside of you. Bye.